welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Classic Dad Gaming. So today we're going to be playing my favorite game, Spyro the Dragon. So I'm playing this guy right here. This is the Ignited Trilogy. So this is the remake of the original. So I'm gonna there. Go back. All right. So this came out for the Xbox 360, the Switch, the PS4, and for the computer, for PC and Windows. The original game, though, came out... the original maker of the game was Insomnia Gaming, and this one was on all different types of platforms you could think of. And there's a bunch of different versions of this. So the original PlayStation trilogy was 1998 to 2000 was kind of when that series came out. Being 1999 was when the second came out, so 1998 would have been when the first came out. Oops, get rid of that. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get right into it and play some games. So I'm doing things a little bit different when it comes to my games. I'm going to be doing a grading system for my games. So when I play the games, I'm going to be pretty much grading them on three criteria. First one being graphics, second one being gameplay, third one being the quality of the game. I know that kind of goes along with the gameplay and stuff like that, but I'll be rating it on a scale of 1 to 10, and I'll be giving some extra bonus points as it's needed. Basically, Nasty Nord is stolen and encapsulated all of these different guys, which is this crazy looking gentleman right here, and he basically turns them into statues. So your job is to run around and find these guys by any means necessary, trying to make sure they're safe and they're taken care of. We're not going to go too crazy with the game. We'll get a little bit into it. But yeah, this is definitely one of the games that I played the most with my brother. As you can see here, boom, it's my first guy. Alright, so I don't usually listen to the whole thing. This one you kind of have to listen to what he has to say. Basically just kind of breaks down what's going to happen. Find the dragons first, and I'll tell you, basically to give you ideas of how to do different things. You got some bad guys over here. Reason I like this game is just because it's not like Crash, where Crash is kind of set up on a steady route, and you kind of are only allowed to go kind of one way, compared to this game where you kind of run around. Kind of like an open world, a little bit. Bad guys, this guy hiding right here, and you basically want to pick up the gems throughout the whole game. Most people have probably played this, especially if you were into video games, during the 1998-2000 range. You probably played it a lot. It's a good game. So now, this being the upgraded version, in particular for the graphics, obviously, the graphics are great. I'm playing it on a PS4 Pro. I'm playing it through my computer with the Elgato 60K Pro, or 60K something, the 4K capture card. And so as far as quality goes, it's going to look good. The original game, though, if you've played the original game, still quality of the actual graphics is great. I would... I'll open the secret world, so we're going to go in here. Actually, we're not. Those are the only levels that I was very bad at, my brother was good at. So throughout this thing, you've got these little guys here. These guys are going to drop gems, hit them 3 times, and they drop basically just the bigger gems. But yeah, my brother was really good at the flight ones. I can do it on my other game that I have for this. I was able to beat the flight ones in the first one. So when you get into some of the second and the third one, that I'm not very good at. So as to get back to what I was saying, as far as graphics go, quality-wise, for this game in particular, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Only reason I'm saying that is because you do have some issues with the actual like movement of the camera. Sometimes you get stuck, which is also part of the gameplay, more of the gameplay than the actual graphics. But the graphics are great. You know, it's something that, like I said, I enjoyed playing as a kid, and I love the series. I'd hope that they eventually come out with a new one. Most likely, I'll probably do some of the other ones. I'll find them for the different systems that they came out for, and play them on the systems if I can. If not, I'll go ahead and emulate them. I'm sure I have all of the games here somewhere. But yeah, it's a good game. It took me a long time when me and my brother first started playing this to really get the gist of it, because at that point, you know, I was playing, you know, like Final Fantasy and Metal Gear Solid, and some of those games, which are a bit different, very different than this game in particular. This game is just kind of fun to run around, and so this is one of the worlds you can go into. So every time you go into the world, you kind of give your gems back, not back, but you basically bank your gems. And I'll show you once we get to the actual next one. You know, also with the graphics, the loading screens in between things are awesome compared to what they used to be. Quality's great, looks great. So we're on to the next one. So in each one, you have these little guys that are running around. Those are going to help your fairy in case you get hit or something like that. You got to regenerate your fairy. But let's see if I can get it up. Yep. So here you go. So this will basically show you what percentage you are for that world. Shows you your game total percentage, the time you've played, any type of skill points or anything else like that. So these are special things you can do throughout the game in these different places to be able to get the special skill, whatever that may be. And you can get the art gallery. So you have eggs you can catch, stuff like that. So I'm going to show you here in just a second what I mean about the little fairy guy that follows you around, dragonfly. So now, if he hits me, I'm going to take this guy out, this guy's going to come at me. Boom, he hits me, you'll see that the dragonfly turns blue, which just means that I am, kind of gives you a couple different chances to be able to before you actually die, they give you a couple different chances by your little dragonfly changing colors, and you can refix them. But those are always my favorite ones. Also don't want to fall in the water in this one. In the first game, if you fall in the water, you die. Where some of the other ones you can survive the fall in the water because your guy can actually swim. This one, not so much. And these are the little chicken things. You basically kill them, and your little fairy guy will basically power up. That helps him be able to keep you safe, so your guy doesn't die. One thing I like about the later games compared to this one, which would be kind of like a gameplay thing, so I like how they put different little characters in the rounds, the levels, the different realms, I guess you would go to. Which basically kind of tell you what's going on, and you have to collect a certain amount of them in order for your guy to be able to get on to the next realms, which I think is pretty cool compared to just kind of running around in a level like this. You have a chance to kind of do some different things, and there's some cool tricky things around here. So if you're trying to figure out how to get over to that one guy over on the other side, I'm usually pretty good at this, but obviously today, of course, because I'm making a video, it's not going to be perfect. You jump, and you get up there, and you'll see we've got our first egg guy, as my son likes to call him, and I fell off the side. See, that's what you don't want to fall in the water. It happens, but you don't want to. So let's go ahead and regenerate. If you fall in the water, you're automatically dead. You lose your life. Blah blah blah. So you want to figure out how to get up there to get that dragon and the bull over there, because that's one of the challenges. If you take out all the bulls, you basically get the skill point. And of course, again, got it on the second try last time. Let's see if we can do it again today. Do it again right now. There we go. Alright, so we got our egg guy up there. As soon as we jump in, you want to run as fast as you possibly can. Obviously, how I usually do it's a little bit different. Oh man, he got me. Where'd he go? There he is. He's going to jump back the opposite way, which stinks. Okay, so that's it for this game. I'll probably play some of the other games a little bit later, but just kind of want to show you like one of the games that I absolutely love from my childhood. So for my rating and the graphics, obviously I probably say between an 8, probably 8.5. The graphics are really good. Obviously, as the series goes on, and because I'm playing in the 4K, they are going to look a lot better. But if we go back to the original game, you're probably looking at about 7.5. They're not great, but they're good for its time. Now, when you look at the gameplay, I love the gameplay on the system. I love the gameplay for the game in particular. It's a very good game. Some things that I think are a little bit clunky is the camera system. Sometimes as you're playing, the camera kind of gets a little wonky, and your character gets a little out of sorts, and you can't really catch up to what he's doing. But it's not something that you can't overcome by just playing through it. It's a good game. I think, for the first game out there for the Spyro series, it's a good starting point. It kind of gives you a gist of what the game is, how it works, stuff like that, and I like it. As the series goes on, it gets better, the gameplay, but you still sometimes have those issues with the camera system, which can sometimes be annoying when you're playing. So, we have our graphics, we have our gameplay, and then overall, just the story and the game. So, on the story, I'd probably give it a 9. I mean, it's a cool story. Basically, the dragon has to help. He's a little kid dragon, or a little dragon, and his job is to basically help bring his people being the other dragons, back into existence, because they've been wiped out. Not wiped out, but they've been taken captive, and it's just like every other game out there. You have the good and the bad as far as the people. So you have the good guys, the bad guys, and basically you're one of the good guys trying to take out the bad guys. So the storyline is pretty good. I do like I said, as you get into the series a little bit more, there's some cooler things where when you enter a world, there's a person basically standing in the world that says like what's going on in that world and what you need to do. The end goal, which is cool, because sometimes in this game you're just running around endlessly trying to take out bad guys and you're really not sure what to do after that. So, on that's pretty much it, guys. If you like this video, let me know. Shoot me a comment. Shoot me a comment. Like the video itself on YouTube or on Instagram. But check me out on Instagram. So Classic Dad Gaming on Instagram. I don't do too many posts there besides when I post videos. Every once in a while I'll do a post if it's something that I like about gaming, or something that's coming up for gaming. Got a skill point there. I'll post something about it if it's something really cool, and you obviously check out the YouTube videos, guys. I got a bunch of stuff up. Got some more coming. My last video was probably one of my favorite videos, not only because my wife was on it, just because out of a lot of the videos that I've done, It just seemed more organic. I kind of like having that second person being there to kind of bounce off of as far as the actual like playing of the game and stuff like that goes. So yeah, so like the videos, comment somewhere down here or here or here or here or here. I'm not really sure where it is. There's a subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Also hit the bell. You want to hit that stuff so that when it comes to seeing my videos, you are the first person that gets this. Not the first person, that'd be nice. But you'll be alerted as soon as I put a new video up. And then you can check out the stuff. And obviously, you know, leaving comments and stuff like that's great. If you have any suggestions of games you want to see me play, or if you're looking to possibly help me out with some videos of a game you'd like to play, you let me know what it is. We'll try to set up a time. We'll do like a Zoom type thing, and we'll play the game together. We'll talk about the game, and we'll talk about, you know, our dislikes and likes of the game and how it runs. That's it, guys. So I want to thank you again. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and right now, stay happy and stay alive. Thanks, guys.